Hello, everybody. Back again. A little bit more training on the DSS or the driving school software. Specifically, this lesson is going to be about using evaluations in the car to assess the student. This would take the place of this. I think all of you have seen this before. This has been modified through the years from Beth. I mean, not sorry, from Ruth. And I think Penny also did some of this stuff. And then I modified it again. I modify it about every 2 years when I'm doing training. This is the paper copy, but we have this thing called the interwebs, and we're going to use our phones in the portal to do this without creating paper on our side. Now, the benefit to this document is it gives the students very concrete details on what they did well and what they need to help with. I want to point that out. It's not what they screwed up on. It's what they need help with or what you guys can do together, you and them as a team. So let's get into how this actually works in the driving school software. I'm recording this on my computer, obviously. You'd be able to use your phone to do all the same stuff. So you go to the instructor portal and log in. And any driving that you do will be up here, and it needs attention. It needs attention because you have to process every drive that you do to put in the system that the drive actually happened. So go to process. And if you didn't do any evaluations at all, you could just go down here and hit process, but we're going to put an evaluation in here. And it looks like we've already done one with this test person. We did parking. Go ahead and hit process, and it's going to give us another evaluation to do. We can skip the evaluation. However, the point of this is a tool to make the student better and also to make sure that you're doing all the things, all the different minutiae to make their driving experience like the best one that they can have. So about these evaluations, adult evaluation. This one you will not use unless you are doing an adult evaluation. We've had two instructors do this so far, Cindy and Scott. The idea with the adult evaluation is somebody is older and they're not sure if they can physically handle driving behind the wheel. One of their loved ones cares. Well, we have a 90-minute product where you go out with them and assess their ability. It's not a legal thing. It's more of a recommendation thing. So we're not sending something to the state to take away someone's license. What we're saying to their family is like, holy crap, this person's a little scary, and you're right. And now you have data. This adult evaluation here has data that you can talk to your loved one about. So that's an option if you're doing an adult evaluation. We don't use it with students, though. I guess just because of the ABCs, this shows up first. Other things that we do have, though, cornering, habits, highway, intersections. If it was lesson one, guess which one we'd use, right? This has to do with like adjusting mirrors and stuff like that. You have parking, and then near the end, if you were with their parent or maybe hour 8 or whatever, this one called summative. This is a lot like this. So these other things are specific for cornering, specific for habits, specific for highway, and you'd use them if you went on the highway the first time, right? Or if you did parking the first time, or urban area. So the first time you're in the city, how well did they do, and what things can you look at? So let's choose one of the exciting ones. Let's talk about cornering. Cornering. So you'd create this or do this evaluation in the last 5 minutes of the drive. You'd sit in the parking lot with the student with the heater going, right? The car in park. This is super important because you're not supposed to be using your phone when you're driving with the student. However, this is a teaching device that we're using in the car. You'll notice that I spelled communication wrong. That's a problem. It's going to probably stay that way. But so let's get into this. Communication of intentions. So this is specifically about cornering. So did they show their blinker? Did they slow down, right? Notice that choices are satisfactory or in progress. Notice there's no failure here, right? Happy little trees, Bob Ross says. So satisfactory. Compliance with laws and regulations. We're talking about speed and stuff like that. What their eye habits are. So rear view mirror, do they check before they turn? Satisfactory. And did they check after they turn? Obviously, you need to know who's behind you as soon as you get onto that new road. Visual habits, this would be looking far into the turn. So as they're going down, are they actually looking on the road they're going to end up on? I know you guys are, because that's why we don't have accidents, right? So this is something they need to learn and know that it's a thing. Lane maintenance is before they actually make the corner. Are they in the right place? Obviously, lane maintenance after the turn is the same thing. If we are in a large intersection and we're turning right, is it a square corner? Do they like go onto the sidewalk and then jump back on? And if they turn left, I think square corners are even more important, where you go straight across and then turn out. And then square corner without a stop. So can they still do that maneuver without stopping to zero? Then we also have a different type of intersection with the acute angle. And then the acute angle with elevation change. I call these gravity corners or gravity turns. You guys that have been with me in the car in the last 3 years know about these. The idea is if they're not covering the brake as they go around the corner, they're not going to do it successfully because the elevation accelerates the car. Right turn from high speed road. Who's been there? You teach them how to turn left, you teach them how to turn right, you get up to 45 miles an hour, and they think they can just do a right angle turn at 45 miles an hour. So let's say unsatisfactory because that one scared you. Left turn across traffic. This is another skill for turning that's super important. Find the gap, do it up, right? Can they do it without your help? An open corner, that would be a faster approach corner. And then these two last ones are they moving the wheel correctly and putting their foot in the right place? So let's say satisfactory in both. And overall score, they're getting good at it. In fact, I think they're better than most. So let's give them a 4. And this is the choice of vehicle. My car's named Ophelia, so that's the one that's in there. You can insert public notes. These will actually show up. What is this, Curly? I think this should show up on the email that's going to be sent out. And you can notice that my spelling is terrible, or there's a lag on my keyboard or something. So that will actually show up with the parents. This should show up just with you and all the other people that drive with them. And obviously, you can also show notes from the previous lessons. So I think we did not cornering, we did something else before. That would show up here too. And then you sign it. Often these notes are necessary. So they won't let you complete it unless you put a note in. So the easiest way to do that is just to hit a period. But sometimes, populate the thing with just a period. However, sometimes notes are super important, especially the ones that are in the yellow box for telling other people. Remember, only say things positively because we don't know where it's going to end up, right? So if the student is on the spectrum and has difficulty maintaining attention, just write has difficulty maintaining attention. Don't say your concerns about them being on the spectrum. And then we can complete the lesson and send an email. So you click right here. And then there's going to be a confirmation like there always is with this. So the email will be sent to the parent that's on file and to the student that's on file. And the benefit to this is the parent knows that the student's actually learning something, right? When they get home, they're like, "What'd you do?" And the student's gonna be like, "Oh, nothing." And then they're gonna get an email about the fact that they went around corners and how well they did. Now that this person is, the lesson's completed and the evaluation saved, you can hit home or close and then go home. And then you're ready to do your next thing. So every student needs to be processed in this manner. This is going to help us become better at driving. It's also going to help the students have better feedback for us. So that's a little overview of what's going on.